Burnley visited Selhurst Park. The attendance was over 51,000, a ground record which is likely to stand forever. On that night in 1979, Crystal Palace clinched promotion to the First Division, and this lineup shows 5 survivors from the team which went up, only to be relegated again 2 seasons later. Palace, who are currently 17th in the Second Division, are forced to make one change. Henry Houghton is suspended and is replaced in midfield by 20-years-old Sean Brooks. Burnley, not surprisingly, named the same team which beat Liverpool 1-0 on Tuesday night, the basis of which has defeated no less than 4 First Division clubs in cup ties this season. And Derek Scott, having had such a miserable night at Anfield, was doubly delighted to score the winner against Liverpool at Turf Moor. Today's referee is Mark Scott of Nottingham. So it's Palace all in white who kick off, attacking from right to left. Their first game for a fortnight due to postponements, so they may well be a little rusty. Jones again. Collided pretty firmly then with Stephen, who feeds Laws at right back. Clumsy sort of ball. Gilbert clears, but straight to Stephen. Now picked up by Flynn. Taylor with the layoff. And this is Laws. Flynn found room well and fed Taylor, but the shot well wide. Dobson. It comes to Murphy. Donachie first to it. It's a Palace throw. Jones and Phelan just getting a touch to turn the ball over for a corner. Cannon really calling for the high ball. Flicked on by Hinshelwood, and the header by Jones, well covered by the goalkeeper. Flicked on, the corner was by Hinshelwood. Jones with a little header, and Stevenson ideally placed. Taylor, Murphy underneath it. Flynn beats Brooks. And now Langley. Good play, Murphy forward. Burnley racing back in numbers, but here's Langley. He's done well. Jones in the middle for him, but the cross wasn't good enough. Murphy and Langley beating the offside trap, but in the end not beating the Burnley defence. Hilaire. Lovely turn. Oh, that was dangerous. Dobson miskicks his clearance but gets away with it. They got away with it to one extent, but the linesman has indicated a corner. Hilaire's kick. The punch out goes straight to Brooks, and in it comes to Cannon. Now Donachie. Forward again by Murphy. Dobson's header. Now Young. It's a great first-time ball for Hamilton to chase, and Fry had to come dangerously out of his area, but did well. Gilbert's long ball. Hilaire onside. Can he finish here? And Palace's tale of woe continues. A great long ball forward. Hilaire onside. Took it on. Did the right thing, I suppose, until the shot, which was pulled wide. And Alan Mullery was telling me before the game that Palace's problem of late has not been in creating opportunities, but in converting them, and how his words have proved to be true so far. Burnley under some pressure. Jones has battled well here. Hilaire on for Brooks. 2 in the middle for him. One of them is Jones. What a good header. Stevenson made it look easy, but it couldn't have been. Anticipating across to the far post perhaps. Jones came in with a little flick header towards the near post, and Stevenson saved. Good piece of skill then by Stephen. And what a fine ball for Young. Donachie outside him. Stephen wants it back. And it comes to Hamilton. Burnley's first real effort of the game. As the ball came in down the left-hand side, Hamilton got away from the defender, but his shot wasn't clean enough to trouble Fry in the Palace goal. Edwards missed the header completely, but Murphy didn't miss the loose ball. Dobson. Donachie, two experienced international players. And at the other end, another international, Hamilton. Gives away the free kick. Good-looking free kick. Langley. Well, over Edwards' head it went. And it was Langley standing behind him who turned and got in a snapshot. And Stevenson has been behind everything that Palace have produced in this first half. Flynn takes over from Taylor. Cannon away. Very locked down the line. Donachie gets it back in and it comes to Hilaire, and then he can't control it. Flynn can. Strange sort of ball that was by Martin Dobson. And Laws just failed to keep it in play. And the skipper Dobson has rather unnecessarily put his side under pressure here. Hinchelwood finds him with the throw, and he's got away well, and is that a penalty? The referee is pointing very firmly for a goal kick. Interesting to look at that again. As he wriggled away from the defender, was he brought down? No penalty given. Derek Scott is in possession with Laws overlapping on the right. Or perhaps he's held it too long, or has he? Fry makes the save, and in any case, Taylor was given offside. Half-time, no goals, but certainly plenty of incidents and plenty of misses, most of them by Crystal Palace, who have created a lot of openings, but whose failing of late has haunted them again today. They just don't seem to be able to get the ball into the opposition net. The changing face of Selhurst Park as work continues on a new complex to include a nightclub, snooker hall and supermarket. Spectators will be allowed on later this season, but for the moment the lone resident is our cameraman. So Burnley start the second half with the remarkable record this season of having won more cup matches than league games. They've had 9 victories in FA Cup and Milk Cup and only 6 in Division 2. Here's Young. Donachie did well. In towards Taylor. Back for Young. Well, it was a theatrical dive, and the referee has read it that way too. As Billy Gilbert challenged Kevin Young, down he went, but the referee, rightly this time in my opinion, said play on, no penalty. Zealand beating Jones. Donachie. Young brought down by Locke. Got a crack on the knee. Tommy Cassidy is the Burnley substitute if needed. Well, Kevin Young will continue to receive treatment on the other side of the touchline, but Burnley must be seriously considering bringing Cassidy on now. He looks in trouble. So, a Burnley free kick, Donachie to take it. Hamilton getting up, but pushing Cannon as he did so. And it goes towards Edwards, but easily cut out by Phelan. Jones. Brooks. And now Locke. Thompson's header away, met by Hilaire. Got the skill to break this deadlock. And earns a free kick, brought down by Trevor Steven. So the goalkeeper Stevenson wearing tracksuit bottoms in this second half as the pitch begins to harden up. Hinshelwood. And Stevenson, realising what Hinshelwood was going to do, then positioned himself perfectly again. And Kevin Young, having had lengthy treatment, rejoins the match with his knees strapped. Scott. Cannon's clearance. Hamilton, Hinshelwood right behind him. The cross beaten away. Comes to Murphy. Edwards. Murphy again, challenged by Steven. This is Hamilton, he's done well. Brought back for Steven, who just couldn't readjust really. He was always in the wrong position as Hamilton pulled that little ball back to him. Couldn't change the shape of his run-up, and the shot was all wrong. And the substitution to be made, and rather surprisingly, unless he's collected an injury, which I didn't spot, it's Chris Jones who's going to come off. I must say, he's looked one of Palace's liveliest and most effective players, Chris Jones. But anyway, the decision made, and the former Tottenham number 9 goes off. His place will be taken by David Giles, a Welsh international who struggled to regain a regular place in the side since being dropped for the previous round against Birmingham. Young. Oh, a late challenge then by Gilbert, and frustration showing then, and it could be costly frustration for Billy Gilbert, because Mr. Scott is going to book him, and that is going to take Billy Gilbert close to what could be a serious suspension. Gilbert has been in trouble so many times this season, and his number of bookings go into double figures, but another today is surely going to land him in hot water. Taylor onto it, Cannon with the clearance. So the referee has already looked at his watch as Scott takes the throw and finds Steven. The end of what proved to be a disappointing game. The first half was lively, the second half fell away badly. Both sides had their chances, particularly Crystal Palace, who's failing in front of goal, let them down badly. Both sides too claimed a penalty, but in the end, the final score, Crystal Palace 0, Burnley 0, so they go to a replay on Monday week at Turf Moor.